We talk about the second approach, that's the stuttering modification approach. When we talk about stuttering modification approach, here my aim is to work on the core behaviors. So as we all know, there are core behaviors, there are secondary behaviors. Core behaviors are the actual fluency blockers. So the blocks, interjections, part word repetition, whole word repetition, silent pauses, then there can be just repetition or just you can say what do we call that, the interjections. Yeah, so all these things are the core behaviors. And then comes the secondary behaviors. Secondary behaviors are basically the involuntary behaviors that come in. It can be externally appearing, or they can be internal also. So externally, like excessive eye blinking at the time of block, tapping of the foot, aversion of eye contact, flipping of the fingers, something like that. Or it can be internal, an increase of heartbeat, it's anxiety setting in, shivering, and all these things are the secondary behaviors which are internalized. When I want to work on stuttering modification, I'll work on the core behaviors directly and I'll start reducing them. So one of the most commonly used stuttering modification approach is the block correction technique. So what do you mean by block correction? There are 3 steps in which you do. So number 1 is called the post block or cancellation. Here you let the patient produce the speech with a block and then you teach him how to cancel. So for example, the person is stuttering on the sound B, and you tell him to say the phrase as I want a ball. This is how you let him produce in the first go. Then you ask him to ball. Make sure that you don't ask him to repeat the whole phrase. We just want him to repeat the word which was causing the problem with a deep breath. That's how you go with post block or cancellation. So you let the patient experience stuttering and then teach him how to go back and produce a stutter free speech. Second type in this is called the in block or pull out. So in block or pull out is where you ask the patient that while you are in that moment of stutter, you need to take control of it and just produce a stutter free speech. So for example, I want a ball. That moment he has to stop, cessate the production of word, understand that okay, I need to breathe in and then let the word come out easily. And the third and the last approach is called the preparatory sets. Preparatory sets is when it's called pre-block. When the block has not even occurred, you ask the patient, you give the patient a list of words or phrases that he has to produce. He has to judge or he has to expect on which word he will be stuttering. More so, you will also observe that by the time you will reach this stage, you know this person has more tendency to stutter on the stops or more on bilabials or more on the alveolars. So then you also know that which are the likely words or phrases where he will be stuttering. Underline those words and prepare the patient. So what's preparing? I want a ball. You didn't let the stutter occur only. You didn't let the block come in the first place. The patient is now able to control his speech well in advance. Here my entire focus was to correct the faulty production. So my whole focus was on the stuttered part, not on the fluent part. That's how the approach is different. So again, there are many more which you can use, but this is a very common one that we use. So stuttering modification approach is all about this.